One to whet the appetite of every billiard enthusiast. Alex the Lion Pagulayan up against the Scorpion Johnny Archer. Quarterfinal action, the one they've all been waiting for. A race to 9 with two of the most informed players on the planet. Pagulayan just breaking off. Ball down, but nothing easy on the one.
Yeah, Alex is not going to be happy with that break at all. He'll be changing something up next time to avoid this. All he has is some safety. He's got some good safety opportunities here. No real aggressive option available to him.
These two met in the finals of a World Tour event a few months ago out in Calgary. And on that occasion, Archer came through victorious, but Alex has been in the finals of the last 7 events in North America that he has entered.
Well, Jim,
and that's the reason why.
I expected no offensive shot, but boy, that's why they call him the Lion. He just has so much courage. He steps right up to the table, fires in a tough bank shot. He only had half a pocket to work with there. The 8-ball was blocking the other half.
In any tournament they enter, every player looks where their names are in the draw. Arguably 2 of the top, I'd say 6 or 7 players right now in the world. And we get to watch them grace our television screens here in Montreal.
Alex, of course, the crowd favorite. What a great shot.
2 for 2 in the surprise department. Still at the table unexpectedly, and with a real chance now to secure the opening rack.
Alex has been playing tournament pool now for 5 years. 25 years old, and already a lot of experience under his belt. He's showing amazing confidence here. It's like he's just practicing around at home.
Very interesting, too, that Alex, hailing from Toronto, I get a chance to speak to him on numerous occasions, and his toughest opponent, Johnny Archer, guess what? Don't look over at the seat opposite you, Alex.
It'll be interesting how he handles this. A difficult queuing situation, jacked up over the 7. He's going to go for the 7-9 combo, or is the 7 open?
I think the 7 might pass here, Jerry.
Yeah, he's aiming for the 7 into the corner pocket. And Alex Pagulayan with some fantastic shot making. What a display he's put on for us in this very first rack.
And wastes little time. A break and finish to open things up here. The 9 down, Pagulayan secures the opening rack. 1-0 over Johnny Archer. Great 2 here. Off the cushion, off the 8, and right into the pocket. Rack number 2 of a possible 17. Alex Pagulayan, former Canadian champion, but in everybody's mind, Canada's #1, in front of Johnny Archer, 1-0. Ball down off the break, and he's got a shot at the 1.
Yeah, this table's set up very, very nicely for him. Cue ball will move perfectly in line for the 2-ball after he makes this one in the side.
Well, Johnny Archer lost the opening lag, and Alex Pagulayan is proving how important that lag was.
Lag can be the most important shot in the game. If you can get some racks rolling and freeze out your opponent's arm, making him sit in that chair. Although it's awfully hard to freeze the arm of a Johnny Archer.
He's seen it all before, Jerry.
Yeah, and he's had a lot of practice this morning. He came in and Went through some drills. Says his arm is feeling very comfortable. He feels good, alert.
Settling for the long 6. And play the cue ball around the back of the 8. Off the 2 cushions. And back out for the 7.
Yeah, that's his only concern. He has to make sure he clears that 8 ball. And he just barely did. He skinned that puppy.
Just a little short of pace, and you can see him wheezing. Still shouldn't pose any problems, though. And Archer waits.
He has a huge area he can work this cue ball into for the 8. He'll be in great shape. Alex not at all afraid of moving the cue ball around the table. Like many of his Philippine homeland countrymen, he can play position almost unconsciously.
This 9 for 2-0. Down it goes, and Pagulayan has secured the first 2 racks in this quarterfinal, looking for a place in the semis. Nice little positional shot. This one, the 6, around the back of the colors to leave the 7 into the same pocket. Coming up, continuing coverage of the 6th annual Molson Cup featuring American Johnny Archer and Canada's Alex Pagulayan.
Portions of the Molson Cup.
Welcome back. You're watching coverage of game number 3 between Johnny Archer and Alex Pagulayan in the Molson Cup. Alex Pagulayan 2-0 in front. Looking to increase that lead over Johnny Archer. Archer yet to reply. He hasn't had a chance to. Pagulayan with the controls in hand, and he doesn't want to relinquish them.
Well, he's got to rely on a good roll here. His cue ball got kicked out of position.
I don't think he can get through to the 2 ball here.
No,
Made the 1 off the break.
He's in a very tough spot here.
This isn't an easy push either, Jerry.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting here studying, trying to figure out where he would push to. And there are not a lot of good options where Johnny can't come to the table and just play a safety that completely ties him up.
Quick look over at the time clock. 45 seconds, the shot clock employed here in the Molson Cup. And the players have to play their shots within that time frame.
I'll look for him to call for his extension.
Push.
Well, he's not ready to push. So let's see where Alex lays this cue ball to make life difficult for Archer, but not too difficult in case Archer puts him back in.
Well, he's pushed out to a long shot, but if Archer can see the 2 ball, he'll gladly take this on.
I don't think so. Right away, a quick glance, and he's put Alex back in. So Alex is going to be kicking at this off the side cushion. There's the situation that confronts him.
Ideally, he'd like to stick that cue ball right where the 2 is and have the 2 slide past the 6. Use the 6 ball as a blocker. If he comes in too deep, the cue ball will come off the back of the 2 and scratch. He's certainly going to avoid that.
Well, he misjudged that. He was going for the pocket there. And he's just left Johnny Archer sitting pretty.
Good, Johnny.
Archer just checking with our referee, Roland Dorian, just to make sure that it was a good hit. Even though the 2 is sitting right there at Archer's mercy.
Yeah, Alex, when he broke those 2 balls apart, he took all the trouble away from the table. Johnny now, I don't see where he has to make the cue ball do too much work. This is a good rack to get warm with. You can either follow down 3 or 4 inches after this 4 ball or draw it back an equal amount. He's elected to draw back just enough so that he can clear that 9-ball, have a good clean shot.
Mistakes will be at a premium from both players in this match. Very high quality expected. And almost guaranteed to deliver. The 5 to the 6 here. Just the wrong side of the 5 for ideal position, so Johnny's going to have to force this off that side cushion. Get that white back out into the middle of the table.
Boy, he shot that so cleanly, Jim, right in the heart of the pocket. No wonder he's feeling good about his game.
It's too bad, really, that these players had to meet in the last 8. This would have made for a terrific final, especially given their current form. But such is the luck of the draw. Once the 8 players had qualified for the Molson Cup and over 100 players came through to qualify, the 8 names were put into the hat and pulled out, and this is the way they came out.
Does heighten the drama of this game. Neither one of these great players wants to have to say they were retired before they got to the final match in any tournament.
Archer taking a lot of time, the experience of a former world champion. Very measured in his approach.
Johnny developed for himself a new aiming system about 2 years ago. He's been very, very happy with the results. He stands a bit further back from the table than he did before every shot.
Deposits the 9. Johnny Archer on the scoreboard. 2-1 he trails Alex Pagulayan, but he'll be breaking off in rack number 4. And this is the mistake from Pagulayan. Tried to pocket this 2 off the cushion. Just feathers the 2 first, but leaves it there for Archer. Up next, more coverage from Montreal and the 6th annual Molson Cup. Stay with us. Welcome back to continuing coverage of the 6th annual Molson Cup. We're watching game number 5 between Alex Pagulayan and Johnny Archer in progress.
Great shot. Now for to clear the 7. Well, he can relax.
Control. Superb control of the cue ball there, weaving it around the colors. Archer waited for his chance, and when it's come, he is punishing Alex Pagulayan.
Alex has been seated now for going on 3 games.
And counting. It was funny watching as Alex kicked things off here, securing the opening 2 racks. And Archer just patiently waiting in his chair. Now Pagulayan assumes that role. Both of these players with loads of experience. They know what it takes. They know what's involved.
It's great watching Johnny Archer play this game. He never gets rushed. He always goes through the same routine. 9-ball down, 3-2.
Confirmation of that scoreline now. 1 rack in front of the Lion in the race to 9. Johnny Archer exhibiting terrific cue ball control in pocketing the 3, just missing the 9 for perfect position on the 5. A very close, tight-fisted encounter was promised, and it looks like it's sure to deliver. 3-2 the scoreline here in this quarterfinal match between 2 greats, Johnny Archer and Alex Pagulayan. Archer enjoying the slimmest of leads at 3-2. All set now. The break-off in rack number 6 awaits.
Well, the break has worked so well for Johnny. He really seems to have the measure of this table. Wing ball down, but he's going to be blocked. An unfortunate roll. The cue ball nowhere near the center of the table as he would wish, and as a result, he's going to be looking at a push.
This is a showstopper. Where that one is finished is going to make the push very difficult. Anytime a ball finishes near a pocket and you're pushing out after the break, where do you push to?
Well, he almost has to push into a kick.
He's having a look at the bottom of the table here, Jerry. Just in this area. He should be able to get there, just taking the ball either off the bottom cushion as he's looking and down. Let's see. Or is he pushing into a kick, as you said?
He's pushing into a kick.
Obviously didn't feel as though the value was there. And this is interesting. Now, if you remember the very first rack, Alex pushed. Was it the third rack where Alex pushed into a kick?
Right. And, you know, this is an ugly kick because there's just not much rail room behind the one ball. There's a lot of pocket back there. He thinks he can get off of it. Oh, he was able to swerve that ball around and hit the one.
Well, he's got a big pocket over the side. If Johnny does try to go for a bank shot here into the center pocket, you can see that 6 there. Maybe you're offering a little bit of a larger center pocket. But he's looking at slicing it right down the cushion.
Yeah,
this is a tough shot.
Johnny can bank, but he's one of the best cut shot artists in the world. Got lucky. The 7 ball nipped him into the corner pocket. Otherwise, he was going to miss that shot badly.
Scratching the back of his neck. It certainly doesn't hurt when you hit a ball like that. You know you've hit it poorly, and you find yourself with sitting ducks like this 3. Given the lay of the land, Jerry, this is going to be like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah, no challenges here on the rest of this table. Much, I'm sure, to Alex's chagrin. Well,
that's the second lucky break that Johnny Archer has enjoyed in this match.
yeah, you know, when the fates get on the side of one player over the other, they stay there and stay there and stay there, and the other guy just has to wait for it to turn. They say that what goes around comes around, but that's not always true. It can stay on one player's shoulder the entire match.
I think if you polled every pool player that competes, they would like luck to be taken right out of the equation. Nobody likes matches to be decided outside of the playing area where skill determines winning and losing. But Johnny Archer couldn't care. He takes the 9, 4-2. He increases his lead over Pagulayan in the race to 9. And this was the shot. Hit it too thick, caught the cushion, but flicks the 7 and goes right into the corner pocket for Archer. Still ahead, continuing coverage of the Molson Cup with Johnny Archer and Alex Pagulayan. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching coverage of game number 8 in the Molson Cup. A winner's check of $10,000 awaits. And Alex Pagulayan and Johnny Archer looking to stay on course for the financial rewards. 4-3 Archer over Pagulayan in the quarterfinals here in Montreal in the race to 9. And Pagulayan breaks off in rack number 8.
Got a nasty kick on that cue ball. Has to hope that he gets a shot, but boy, does he. And you know, Jim, after sitting in his chair and watching Archer win 4 straight games, now all Alex has to do is take this rack home, and we're tied up and close again. Got to give it to this fella. He just doesn't ever get discouraged.
He's a champion, Jerry. He's a champion through and through, both of these players. I said earlier, it's almost a shame that they had to meet in the last 8 of this event. Would have made for such a terrific final, but that's just the way they came out of the hat. And Pagulayan now goes about his business to try and square things up. Nicely onto the 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, all in the open.
All he needs to do for the rest of this rack is keep that cue ball somewhere in the center of the table.
Alex, the type of player with a personality, it's like he was born to play pool. He doesn't put any pressure on himself. A win or a loss, and you'd never know the difference with him. He's have to go out and have a drink regardless.
Well, he had the world's best role model in this game to idolize, Efren Reyes. Took a lot of Efren's habits. A bit of a lengthy bridge. What a sweet stroke this guy's got.
Similar 8 and 9 as in the preceding rack. And Pagulayan will be back on level terms. 4-4. The Scorpion and the Lion heating up here in Montreal. The race to 9.
Lucky a little bit.
8 racks in the books now, and nothing to choose between these 2 champions, Alex Pagulayan and Johnny Archer. Rack number 9. We'll see one of them get their nose in front.
Alex is using a little bit different position to start the cue ball from. He's behind the head string.
And that cue ball kicks straight into the side pocket. There's no way he could have accounted for that.
Yeah, but you know, that's the only weakness I've seen in Alex's game so far. He's really not doing a great job of controlling that cue ball off the break. He needs to come off of it just a hair.
With cue ball in hand and the luxury of being able to put it anywhere on the table, one good positional shot from the 1 to the 2, and the hard work will have been done for Johnny Archer. And this isn't straightforward.
No, that 3 ball is in the easiest path. And the 8 looms large. Oh, I think he got there. That was close.
He didn't have a lot of room to get that cue ball to between that side pocket and the 8. But he's there. This 2 definitely available. And he'll just come off the end cushion for the 3 to the corner pocket. Is he hard enough?
Oh, yeah.
Just.
Now he's so close to the 3 ball that it'll be easy to control the action of the cue ball after the shot.
At this level, when you've got players the stature of an Archer or a Pagulayan, getting cue ball in hand almost always translates into victory.
It's just amazing how these guys are so relaxed out here. So at home on the table.
This is familiar territory for both of them. Completely at home in front of the TV lights and big money events.
Yeah, and they both love the championships. Only one of them's going to get there. What a close, great match we've got. Tied 4-4 now in a race to 9. Johnny Archer with an uncharacteristic mistake. We've seen that pocket spitting out balls that are forced into it. You can't go into the facing on these pockets. You've got to go into the heart.
Uncharacteristic. That's shocking. That's a mistake. You can mark down. You might not see Archer miss a ball any easier than that again all year. And look at the shot that Alex Pagulayan has just replied with. He's a good foot, 18 inches or more short of pace. He could have overhit that and been all right.
Yeah, Alex was shocked to come back to the table in that situation. I don't think he gave himself time to settle down. Look at this, though. Does he make it? No, he's hung it up. Archer will come to the table. Will he be blocked?
Great shot.
Can't see. Johnny says great shot, so he feels he's snookered from the 8-ball.
You really don't expect to see misses from either player, mistakes from either player, such as you've just seen here in consecutive visits.
Now, Johnny can see it, or he'd be eyeing up the kick. And he's not jacked up, so there's no masse required. He can see this ball cleanly.
That's not exactly what Archer was looking for. Like to have been a little further from the cushion. This still shouldn't pose any problems. But given the two misses we've already seen, nothing can be taken for granted. That just puts a little added pressure on this.
Yeah, when things start to come apart even slightly, it's time to sit back, collect yourself, get back into your pace and rhythm.
Can I get the chalk moved here? The chalk right here where I'm hit it at?
He's just
right
having the chalk. The referee, Roland Dorian, has just asked for a timeout, and he's going to clean the cue ball. That's experience. Why take chances? And now 9-ball into the corner pocket for a 5-4 lead.
Extension.
And he's just asked for his extension.
Boy, you know,
now.
That's two things that have broken Johnny's concentration on a 9-ball shot.
These players have to play their shots within a 45-second time frame. And Archer has just asked for his extension now to extend that 45 seconds.
Yeah, but it's only extended by 30 seconds. He better get down on this shot.
But such is the importance of this 9.
Oh, boy.
And you can hear a pin drop out there. He's got it. Johnny Archer, 1 rack ahead, 5-4, halfway to the finish line. The race to 9. And the turning point was this missed 8 from Alex Pagulayan. He overcut it. After Archer's mistake, he failed to capitalize. More play from the Scratch Billiards in Montreal, Quebec, and the 6th annual Molson Cup still to come. Welcome back. You're watching coverage of game number 13 in the 6th annual Molson Cup. Just 1 rack win away from a place in the semifinals. 8-4 in front. Rack number 13 could well be a lucky one for Johnny Archer.
Yeah, but this last game is always a very, very tough one to win. The nerves pick up just a little bit. You know you are so close.
Well, if he wins this match here, Jerry, maybe he'll nip over to McDonald's and grab a burger. He says McDonald's is his favorite restaurant. Well, he's easy to please.
Yeah, he is. But then again, why eat anywhere that can't afford golden arches?
Winding it up. One step away from a victory over Canada's best.
Wing ball down. Watch the cue ball. How will it set up on the 1? He's got a shot.
I'm not so sure, Jerry.
I think he clears the 6, Jim.
Only just. And this a big chance now for Archer. Alex Pagulayan, if his body language says anything, he may well be coming out of his chair to do nothing more than congratulate Archer and wish him well in the event. We're in the last 8, the quarterfinal stages. But this arguably Archer's biggest hurdle. He just slightly overcut that one, and that's why he didn't get perfect position on the 2.
He's going to hit the 5 ball on this shot after he sinks the 2. He'll connect first with the 2 ball, then the cue ball is going to be thrown right into the 5. So getting position on the 3 is not automatic. It should happen. He should be able to use the 5 ball just like he would a cushion. And he's using the crutch as well. That cue ball has to stop, but it did.
A little fortunate again, Jerry.
I'm telling you.
There's been a few times when Johnny has put balls in motion and it could have worked against him. So far, the maestro has had the balls at his beck and call.
Johnny Archer, 5 more strokes away between him and victory.
And it's been a convincing performance. I think it's fair to say a deserving winner in this match. He's taken his chances better than has Alex Pagulayan.
Can't let up yet. He has to get the right cue ball position off the 6 to go from the 7 to the 8. Done that. And now it should be very, very easy for Mr. Archer to claim this victory. And Alex Pagulayan gets to go home early. The Lion sleeps tonight.
The 8-9. And Pagulayan will watch another Molson Cup go by. Well,
whoa!
Hold on to your seats.
Look at this. How fortunate was Archer on that? He misses the shot, and Pagulayan is totally snookered. All he can do is kick.
Well, I guarantee you, as bad as it looks, Alex would far rather be coming out of his chair to play a shot than to shake hands. Side cushion at speed into the 8. He's not dead yet. Alex Pagulayan back to 8-5. And is he going to punish Archer for the miss?
Unbelievable.
Watch the shot again. In the blink of an eye, the 9 disappears into the side pocket, and Pagulayan staves off elimination. Coming up, continuing coverage of the 6th annual Molson Cup featuring American Johnny Archer and Canada's Alex Pagulayan. Welcome back. You're watching coverage of game number 16 in the Molson Cup 9-ball challenge. Rack number 16 of a possible 17 yet to be played. But the Canadian number 1, Alex Pagulayan, is doing himself and Canada proud here in this year's inception of the Molson Cup 9-ball tournament.
Give me something.
Former world champion, 4-time world champion Johnny Archer being put to the test here in Montreal. 8-7. Archer leads Pagulayan. Needs one more win for a place in the semifinals. But how elusive this last rack has been for Archer.
A long shot to begin with, and he has nicked that ball. And let's see, has he left Johnny a shot here, Jim? I'm not sure.
Well, he knows that he should have had Johnny buried. Regardless, even if it doesn't go, it's an open look at the one. And it's difficult to tell. He certainly doesn't appear to have a full pocket, and Johnny glancing over at the shot clock. 45 seconds with which to play your shot. Each player has to play within that time frame. One more look at it, and now he knows.
Johnny also has the problem of only half a cue ball with which to work. He's on the rail. Missed it. And left it pretty safe. But every time we thought that Alex was safe, he's pulled a miracle out of his hat.
Quite an amazing turn of events in this match. Pagulayan started out winning the first 2 racks, looking invincible, only to have Archer come back and respond with 4 in a row to go 4-2 in front. Then Pagulayan clawed back to get to 4 each. And then Archer again vaulted well out in front. Now, is he looking at the 7?
Indeed. Beautiful Karen. Under all this pressure to pull that shot off, this man is amazing.
And everything's set for him. He just wants to make sure he leaves angle on the 2 to get back the opposite end of the table for the 3. And just stopping it dead should provide that.
Oh, hey, baby, no, please don't do it to me. Skill again.
One quick swipe of the chalk. He doesn't want to take any chances here. And if Alex can get to the hill with Johnny Archer, he'll be the favorite simply because he'll be breaking off. And just to remind you, at 8-4, Archer missed the simplest of 8s to close this match out.
No one would have scripted this match to turn out like this. Johnny had such a lead, it seemed insurmountable. And this will bring us to double hill.
Come down. Come on, man.
If Alex succeeds in cleaning up this table.
These 2 players have faced off in border battle action in the past. And they know each other very well. They've played in many major tournaments. And this 9 for a hill match. It's lived up to all advanced billing. Alex Pagulayan and Johnny Archer, champions from their respective countries, are thrilling us here in Montreal. 1 rack to decide this quarterfinal match. Still ahead, more action from Le Scratch Billiards in Montreal, Quebec, and the 6th annual Molson Cup. Stay with us.
Portions of the Molson Cup were sponsored in part by Billiard Le Scratch, Bar, Restaurant, and Entertainment Center, and by Yamaha.
Welcome back. You're watching coverage of game number 17 between Johnny Archer and Alex Pagulayan in the Molson Cup. Well, it started out as a best of 17, and it has been a treat from the outset. We're down to one rack to decide who will move through to the semifinals and book a place against Toronto's Mario Mora. Alex to break off, and I can tell you that of the 16 racks that have been played here, where they have been shared 8 apiece, 11 have gone to the breaker. That translates to a 69% winning percentage.
Get a shot. Hit that 8 ball.
Alex begging for a shot.
1-3.
Well, he's blocked from the pocket by the 8.
And there's the man that awaits the winner. Mario Mora will be playing either Alex Pagulayan or Johnny Archer in the semifinals. And as yet, there is no indication who that's going to be, but it has to be said that Pagulayan has momentum right now.
Alex has played caroms on us in the past. He's got one here on the 8 ball. Not his only option, certainly. He could also use that 8 ball to block the cue ball from the 2 and put the 2 ball behind the 3. This is just an unbelievable situation. Johnny Archer, 5 racks ago, just had to make a simple 8 ball shot, and this would be all over. And now he finds himself double hill and coming to the table without a direct shot. He's going to have to be kicking.
But I've said it in the past, he'd rather be coming to the table than sitting in his chair. I don't know whether he can get through to that 2. Doesn't look like it, so he's going to be kicking off the bottom cushion. Or can he see this?
It sure doesn't look like it on the monitors. But
I think the way he's queuing up to it, Jerry, that he can. I don't know whether he can see enough to make it, but he can certainly get through to it.
now he's measuring the angle for a bank. Well, pardon me, he is open to this ball. And he's made this bank.
Oh, what a shot from Johnny Archer. Pulled the rabbit out of his hat when he needed it most. An open shot at the 3.
Champions rise to the occasion. Johnny Archer really showed his heart with that shot.
And Alex Pagulayan can't believe that he didn't put Archer in jail with that safety effort. And it could well be the last shot that Alex has played in this year's Molson Cup.
Johnny had to settle for the longer shot on this 5 ball, it being blocked from the easy pocket by the 6. I believe he'll take his time on the rest of these shots.
He's been in the pressure cooker many times in his career. A 4-time world champion. And you don't win world titles without being able to face the music.
Helps to have a very short memory in this game. The last thing Johnny wants to do is dwell on that last 8 ball he faced.
These are the situations that separate men from boys. And, you know, one of the most inspiring statements I ever heard was talking about sport as being able to build character and also reveal character. Well, this might be one of those moments.
Yeah, and Johnny's really put the quiet back in this crowd. They were really pulling for their hometown favorite.
I think Alex is starting to feel it slip away.
Yeah, but what a show he put on.
And the 8 into the same pocket that Archer will remember from about 4 racks ago when he was 8-4. He missed the 8 into this pocket to allow Pagulayan the chance to recover. I doubt he'll miss it again. The 9 for a gut-wrenching 9-8 victory. It's there, and Johnny Archer staves off the challenge from Alex Pagulayan and goes through to the semifinals here in Montreal. A 9-8 win, Archer into the semis.